Alright, I think it's about time I get back to selling the dead. And this time, got a pretty straightforward run. Spiked Boots, Ice Shard, and Wolf Trap. All about holding enemies in place and making sure that I can hit them with a critical hit as many times as possible with those Spiked Boots. Overall, I do really like the Spiked Boots. I think there's some pretty great weapons. Fast, got a pretty nice moveset on it. And of course, enemies are always attacking you, so you're pretty much always getting critical strikes on them. Doubly so with the sort of build that I'm working with right now. Although I will say this, it is going to be difficult to not just, say, use the Ice Shards for this entire run. You really can't discount just how amazing Ice Shards are in this latest patch. I mean, if you are on console and just got this one here, optimal sort of run is just 2 infantry grenades, one with applies oil, one with applies some sort of poison. Ooh, you would be pretty good, speaking of which. And then just Ice Shards everywhere. Get incredible amount of damage, incredible criticals. Ain't nothing bad about those. But I'm going to try to avoid doing that. After all, not only do I... Yeah, that was close. After all, not only do I like this melee weapon just entirely, it's also... I haven't been using melee weapons too much. I mean, it's all been about not only the Benjamins, but also getting as much damage out of ranged weapons as possible. With stuff like... oh, what's that? Downward smash attacks imply inflammable oil? Now it's going to be even more difficult to not just want to Ice Shard it up all the time. Oh well, I suppose we'll kind of see how it goes. It's not like I've never maybe bent the rules a little bit in these runs before. But yeah, no, I like the Spike Boots. I like the Spike Boots. I think they're stylish. I think they're cool. And it's been a while since I've used a... Oh, that's 30 kills already. And it's been a while since I have used a proper melee weapon. So let's see how this goes. Can I get past that elite enemy? Good. Because I might be able to get both of the doors coming up here if I really book it out of... 10 seconds left. Come on. Hitting both of these doors is still one of the most important things you can do to try to make sure that your set of weapons are as good as they possibly can be. Speaking of which, 50% damage, critical hits more? Wow, this is a very, very nice Spike Boots. Oh, it's so close. Okay, yes. Oh, I can't... I was really thinking that the zombies were going to teleport close enough to me to prevent me from getting in that door, but manage it just fine. All right, both of these are pretty good. Actually, Toxic Cloud around the trap is ideal because it's not going to work with the boots that I got right now, but in the future... Oh, right. Don't even forget about that. It's not going to work with the boots I got right now, but in the future, I will be able to... probably get 100% on a poison target like this right here. Well, sure. I mean, that's a lot of extra survival, that's a lot of extra health, and that's a lot of potential poison damage. Along with one of these just giving me a free 100% on poison, generates Toxic Cloud. It's actually to the point where I now have more survival than I have brutality, which is kind of stupid, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. Nice. In the meantime, I don't know. Open Wounds would probably be okay. Could set up some pretty decent combos with that. I was trying to say Open Wounds, Soldier's Resistance, and Vengeance. And then maybe switch out like Open Wounds for Dead Inside a little bit later on, just because that's so important in these later cell difficulties, to just making sure that you have as much that you can actually take a hit. I mean, even if you have tens of thousands of HP, going up against Mr. Hands will still bring you down to nothing lickety-split. I've been using the phrase lickety-split a lot lately. I don't know why I suddenly decided that was... And okay. I don't know why I suddenly decided that was going to be a phrase that I was going to apparently try to bring back, because I'm fairly certain nobody's been using it since like the 1940s or so. Yep, that's an effective combo. I still think that Ice Shards by themselves, probably a little bit more effective, but I am not disappointed with how this has turned out so far. Anyway, stay tuned for when I start saying 23 skidoo. Like, calling people flappers? I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, old-timey slang that I can... Ooh, you know one that I really liked? It was, in Planescape Torment. Everybody always called talking rattling your bone box. I want to bring back that one. I just like the idea of calling a... That was close. I just like the idea of calling it... Whoa, that was amazing! Like your skull, your bone box. Although that sounds like some sort of, like, skeleton-themed accordion, I suppose, too. But hey, if you think about it, isn't like your vocal cords in your skull just kind of a skeleton-themed accordion already? No? That, in fact, makes absolutely no sense at all? I don't know what you mean. Not bad items here. I could really go for that, but fortunately not going to happen. Yeah, one of the things that Ice Shard does not have compared to a lot of the other ice-based weaponry is it doesn't have stuff like causing bleeding after enemies get... Yeah, okay. Oh, well, so much for getting 60 kills here. Yeah, it doesn't have stuff like causing bleeding after hitting enemies. It doesn't have extra freeze time or thawing, getting spread all around the place. Ooh, a little close. But yeah, that slowdown time is definitely helping a lot still. So, compared to some other stuff, you might see some, like, Ice Shards being a little bit lesser, but the damage output is just too incredible to be ignored. Stop only using the Ice Shard. Damn it, I knew I was going to do this, too. Also, shouldn't forget about the Wolf Trap. Not only, as always, every single... Anytime you come across a turret, you always have the potential of getting some very, very good affixes on there. For example, releasing the cloud of the toxic cloud around the trap, or getting something like a damage reduction or a damage buff. A lot of good stuff that you can get out of any turret, and Wolf Trap is no exception. However, Wolf Trap also will prevent enemies from, say, turning around, which, enemies usually have to be facing you to attack. Or at least most of them do. So, like, shockers don't. So pretty much what I'm saying is that oh, no. That's the... no. Certainly not the best fight, but, woof. Woofa-doofa. That was a... Had to stop rattling my bone box for a couple seconds there. Just trying not to die. See, I told you I was going to be bringing it back. Anyway. Yeah, the box still remains probably the most ridiculous affix that an elite can get, and especially when you know that your, man, that also gets the toxic cloud, eh? A lot more common than you think. Yes, and then when, when you're already dealing with enemies, enemies boxing you in, but then also causing extra stress by being bombardiers, which spread a whole ton of projectiles around, it's just even worse. Spreads inflammable oil, that would be the ideal thing for working with my Ice Shard here, but gotta get off of that. It's not what the run is supposed to be. Nah. I mean, I'm not likely to stay at full health for a lot of the time right now. 4-cell mode, tons and tons of enemies around here, and none of them are going to be too keen on letting me have any amount of health, much less full health. I just don't see it likely to come up a whole lot. Boy, do I just not want to fight that guy, so I won't. That's one of the most helpful things. If there's one piece of advice I would ever give for Dead Cells, It's just don't... If you don't want to fight an enemy, don't fight an enemy. You are really not obligated to. I mean, I really considered taking it out anyway, just for that little bit of extra money, maybe potentially better necklace, but it ain't worth it. You know, it is really unfortunate that I can't get 60 kills here. That box guy just 100% ruined my chances at getting that. However, I mean, at least I should still be able to get the time door in the next area, so that would be pretty nice. It's just, your chances improve a lot if you can get both of the things at once. Although, you know, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, the fact that I only have one skill unlocked right now, Wolf Trap, I do have a pretty good chance of just getting a colorless version of this eventually, which will probably be to change the right Wolf Trap there, because that doesn't have the 100% poison damage synergy. I suppose we'll see. If nothing else, I would definitely take an upgrade for either my Ice Shard or my... Anything else I want to hit up? Nope. Yeah, I would take an upgrade for either my Ice Shard or Boots right now. I mean, they're still mostly early game stuff. I can easily switch them out for something a little bit better, a little bit more damage, and that seems very likely. Could also just try to go for like a survival run and maybe get a colorless boot or something. It's tempting, but this feels like a much better idea. Extra stats, extra damage, you know, just everything I need to kind of make this a successful run, even though, as usual, I'm not really expecting this to be too successful of a run. You can... No. Maybe, though. Nah. Alright. I think I probably want to take something like Acceptance or Alienation. Like Astronomy could be good too for healing. Nah, let's just go with my original thought here. I think that I don't want this to get a little too stale with me taking just survival, you know, tanky mutations every single time, healing-based mutations. Not a support class here, but it kind of feels like that when you're on a higher cell mode. This will help me take a lot less damage regardless, so hopefully won't be too bad. I'm still going to go for the... Take him down. Okay. Yeah, I'm still going to go for the... Wow. That dude is tanky. I'm still going to go for the curses regardless, because I do want those colorless weapons. The colorless weapons are just too important for me to let go as of just yet. Well, you know, these enemies can really take a beating before they get breached. I mean, that slasher was ready to attack me, like, after more than half of its health got taken out. Usually it kind of hit stun them, breach them a little bit faster than that. Okay, be careful. I'm seeing that the bleeding damage is not too bad. 48 DPS, so doing an extra 48 damage, it's almost nothing. Never mind, I was lying. Well, can't win them all and all that. Right? That freeze time's still pretty good, and yeah, one of the things you don't really get too much off of the... Okay. One of the things you don't really get too much off of the boots, but is still kind of notable, is a very small amount of knockback. It's useful. Can be used for some stuff. I mean, especially right now, knowing that the pushing enemies off of edges is so much... Don't kick him. It's a very, very good strategy here. Also, something I didn't even think about all that much, but if I could maybe swing it, getting a spiked boots that has a poisons enemy or bleeds enemy or throws oil on enemy would also be a really a very nice addition to this build that I'm working with here. I mean, I'm gonna take this for right now. Who knows? Maybe I'll find some more uninfected food. and I'll be able to take the turkey without any issue. Yeah, I forgot that I had switched to the... I forgot I just got an upgrade for my Ice Shard. I should have gone for the spiked boots. What was I thinking? Well, I was thinking that I really like ranged weapons, and that ranged weapons are my my go-to right now, which is understandable. I mean, really don't want to be in melee range of a lot of these dudes, especially when I'm in the ossuary, and thornies are a for real big issue. Or shockers. Or both of them at the same time. Or some sort of ungodly shocker thorny hybrid that I can't scarcely imagine to exist. It's too bad that comboing enemies together hasn't been something easy to do in mods. Otherwise, I'm sure we would probably see a lot of enemies being able to do a combination of several different things. Shield bearer front, thorny back, shocker aura, and the full moveset of the Hand of the King. It's just the worst nightmare you can possibly have in this game, isn't it? Which would be appropriate. I mean, I am on nightmare difficulty right now for reasons that I continue to question. My God, that guy can still roll pretty fast, even slow down, eh? Oh, wow, that was like right at the edge. Well, damn, dude. I guess I'm going to be going for the food stuff. Provided that I don't die right now. Yo. We got a shocker coming down here. Or maybe he already died. Whatever. That's fine. Sounds good. Yep. Yeah, no, this is... I mean, despite that big ol' hit that I took there, this is not going too bad. I'm not too disappointed with the outcome of this yet. Now, it could easily turn out way worse if I play this poorly. Yes, this is about the point in time where I'm going to want to try using my... They don't see me, do they? No. Okay. Try using these a little bit more prudently. All right. And... okay. Let's just warp away here and make sure that I'm not going to die. Not even risk it. Now, what am I looking at right now? 11,000 health. I need like 12,000 to be able to pay for the... Need about 11,000 or 12,000 or so to be able to pay for the upcoming thing that I want. the turkey. Here, teleport to me right here. There we go. One enemy left. And then, no problem. Good enough. I'll take it. Something like a... You know, although Ice Shard, definitely pretty good. Something like a... Yeah, let's just do that. Something like a knockout shield, a cudgel would also be pretty good. Just to get that huge stun time and then be able to kick them a whole ton. Maybe not the ideal sort of build, but... Oh, so close. Maybe not the ideal sort of build, but I don't know. I mean, I really think that Frost and any sort of slowing has so many more advantages compared to just outright stunning that it's almost never worth taking that over, taking something like a stun grenade over an ice bomb or something similar. Especially because a stun grenade doesn't have that many advantages. You would think it would be like able to be used more or something, but nope. Whoa, hey guy. I see that you're about to kill me. Let's just kind of put the kibosh on that right now. All right. And then we're going to do this. Again, should really stop. Okay, then. How did I not catch that guy in a wolf trap? I had like, I had 4 of them down there. Anyway. Let's get that out of sight, out of mind. Let's just go take this. And I'm still... How do I not have enough money for this yet? I hate the economy in this latest update. Open up a curse chest and everything. You think that would at least give me enough for the stuff. got to be using these boots more. I'm falling so quickly. You just fall right into using the ranged weapons. I mean, I'm like a big old sucker here for that. Or it's something, I don't know. Get out of here. And now I would really, really very much like if I could at least get up to mostly full-ish health. I mean, okay, it's not really full health, but it'll at least get me out of the blood vignetting and constantly looking like I'm sweating bullets, in the sense that I had been shot and was literally sweating the bullets out of my skin along with all my blood. All right. Man, this guy stressed me out so much. Although that's not to say that the Slimelings don't stress me out. It's because they attack pretty quickly, and quick attacks. I don't even know what I want to do here. Please teleport into the poison. Getting a decent amount of damage over time just using the wolf trap alone, even though only one of... I mean, I guess with the brutality scaling wolf trap, that's where I'm getting a surprising amount of damage, but it's strange. It's definitely a strange thing. Maybe I should try re-rolling that to get 100% on a poison target and see if I can get that to work for me. It's sort of a pseudo damage overtime build. Hey, yo. I guess 2 wolf traps can catch the same enemy if they're right next to each other. Does that increase the buff? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe, though. That would be cool. Could give a little, could lend a little, you know, something to the idea of using 2 wolf traps at the same time, which I'm mostly only doing just as part of the constraints of the run. I don't think that it's all that useful to... I mean, I've always said that I've been a big fan of diversifying damage, having a bunch of different sources of damage rather than everything coming from the same thing, which is why something like damage over time is so much touted by me. So something like having 2 wolf traps, something that technically, well, it is doing damage because of the toxic cloud around the trap, but not actually doing damage just by itself. Oh no, the Lacerators. The Lacerators being, not playing nice. Okay, take him down. And, oh boy. Okay. Boy, that was stressful. Well, let's go. Oh, cool. It's just, not too common to see water in this area, but when you do, you can at least get a good amount of usage out of that. Even though technically I shouldn't be getting a good amount of usage out of that regardless, but you know what I'm saying. So, I noticed that you can't move from your area. I mean, you guys can, so... Don't want to get too comfy. Alright, what do we got? As much as I don't want to get rid of the 75% damage reduction, having that extra brutality is just way too tempting. It gives me so much more damage on my... everything. It's like, how can I say no? All right. Give me something good here. I'd take a second wolf trap. What do you get? Not quite... Well, the frozen targets might be... No. I already lost the ice shard that froze enemies. Sure. I mean, it's better. Regardless of how you look at it, it's going to be a better choice compared to what I was using before, so... Just take it right now. Okay, that freezing still does a good amount of work. I really don't want to deal with a Lacerator. Lacerators have... Maybe not. Lacerators have ended I mean, it's not like they've ended a huge amount of runs for me, but they've ended enough runs that I don't really want to screw around with them. By the way, what's the actual damage I'm getting off the Ice Shard? Spike Boots are still far and away better, but if I was managing to get the, like, any sort of oil on enemies, Ice Shard would be out-damaging, well, on average, out-damaging the Spike Boots, I suppose. In ideal circumstances, Spike Boots would still be doing more. Now, I have to be extremely careful, because I am cursed. Alright, we good? We good? We gravy. It's gonna try teleporting while also continuing to attack. Just always got to be on the lookout for that. Okay. Yep, that was the plan. Fell directly into my trap, literally and figuratively. Don't accidentally kick the enemy that do damage. That do a lot of damage, no less. Gotta stop using only the Ice Shard. It's good, it's good. We've all established that it's a very good item. Come on. At least I got him breached there. I was worried that he might have just, no-sold my damage and... Whoa! Just spun right into me anyway. Thankfully not the case. Alright. I guess I'll check out the shop. Maybe get an upgrade for my boots or something. There's not really too much else to do here, so... Yeah. Not really. So I think that, I'll do a quick sweep around to see if there's any, like, extra... See if there's any extra stat scrolls or anything that I'm missing around here. Doesn't look like it. Don't really need to be fighting these guys. And I guess I could check down on that lower section a little bit more. This one here. But I really doubt that I'm going to be finding anything. Let's go. It's going okay. It could be going so much better, though. Also, I do feel like I have not been giving the Spike Boots as much, Here, first off. As much use as I probably should, and now... Well, it'll be useful in this upcoming battle, just, you know... Say... Yeah. Say, what I can do is I can do a little bit of hit-and-run play. I mean, the fact that the Concierge has the damage field around him, it means that I'll have just more opportunities to hit him with, Ice Shards, because it would be, you know, impossible, or at least very unfeasible, to do so with the Spike Boots during that time. Oh, come on. I think that this is about the time to do this. Alright, come on. I could try to bait him to attack me a little bit, but I also think that that would be a very poor decision on my part. Alright, one of the things I'm going to have to remember is that the wolf traps wear off pretty quickly in this update on bosses. They're no longer the, you know, lock they once were in terms of crowd control on these fights. Okay. Well, it's annoying that I'm not going to quite... How do you jump through that? Also good. Good for me. It's annoying that I'm not going to quite get the perfect boss fight, but hey. It's not the worst thing. Alright, take him down. I really could have used that extra legendary weapon. Probably would have been something fairly good. And both unupgraded? Terrible. So probably had a pretty good chance of actually beating this boss. Should have saved some of the cells for the forge right now. Oh well, can't always see it coming, you know? Forge is still the one thing that I definitely should be paying a little bit more attention to. But am not. Alright, well, with good anti-air and good melee hits, as well as crowd control, I think Slumbering Sanctuary is definitely within my ability to do this. I got a better chance of doing this than usual. A lot of the times I feel like my, okay. I feel like my chances aren't nearly as nice. Especially knowing that I'm going to be dealing with a lot of golems and flying enemies. That was very close. I was very much worried there for a second. It did not turn out to be too bad. Okay, good. Yeah, the whole... Okay. Hitting enemies off of ledges. You can't discount that as a strategy. It's very, very good. And yes, very much so. I will take that. Wasn't going to get a tremendous amount of... Okay. It's a good thing those guys are so aggressive, because the cannibals will continue to get hit by the... Even getting caught in a wolf trap, the cannibals will continue to get hit by my critical strike from the boots. Whoa. Yeah, I know. Oh, come on. 2 of them? What is this double trouble shenanigans going on here? Get him caught in the wolf trap for extra damage. Oh, crap. Oh, good combo. Good combo. That doesn't mean that I don't hate all those guys. If anything, it makes me hate them more. And there we are. There's a food shop down here, so I'm not sunk yet. It's just kind of annoying because I've already used 2 potion charges, and as much as I didn't really expect to be getting to the Hand of the King, I at least want to try to say get to the Timekeeper, get to the next boss here. I can take that guy out. And I think it's going to be worth it, too. Oh, come on! Can't get away from these guys, can I? All right. All right. And... really good combo with that there. Yep, I think that I was correct in my assertion that that was probably going to be worth it. Good, good, good. 15. Actually, not that much. I was expecting a little bit more for brutality at this point in time, especially with the amount of curse chests that I've been taking. No such luck, I suppose. Speaking of which, God, I hope I don't get killed by a zombie as soon as this comes up. Okay, we're good. Just do you real quick here, too. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? No. And, oh, I'm going to miss that toxic cloud around the trap, but... I mean, look at the DPS difference. 183 versus 814. I can try re-rolling it a couple times. If I happen upon any, say, legendary versions of that... Ooh, man. Probably do this just to get a little bit of extra health. As much as I would like damage right now, health is so much more of a concern. Is there no other enemies down here? Huh. For some reason, I thought there would be. Well, I mean, aside from those guys, I meant on the layer that I had just gone to. Let's just do this. And we are done. All right, gold as well as a cell is also going to be very useful, especially knowing that I'm going to be buying a little bit of a... Oh. Whoa. That was a little freaky. Okay, he died to the poison regardless. Good enough. Anyone else? Anyone else want to test me? Want to try to mess with this? On the slickest they is, quickest there is, etc. Okay, okay. Hopefully I can get rid of this curse before I get into too many traps coming up here. Still looking for that food shop. Really could use a nope. Unupgraded. That's like a total pass for me. Yeah, as soon as if I can just find that food shop, that'd also put my mind at ease a little bit. Stop me from panicking as much as I may not be doing. Okay. Already got the oil on him, so that combined with the slowing means a pretty swift death. Yep. Whoa. That was an absurdly risky play that I took there rather than just dropping down, but split moment decisions sometimes aren't your best ones. I think anybody can relate to that. And sometimes it's not about having the... Oh, God. Sure. Come on. Let's get like a little tiny area here. Okay. And then, now that he's got oil on him... Just gonna try to do this a little bit. Yeah, my kick's better. Whoa. Oh, this entire episode has just been a series of close calls over and over, hasn't it? Well, hey, the only call that matters is when you actually get hit, after all, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm batting 1,000. I almost jumped up into those spikes as soon as I said that. That would have been funny. I mean, it would have been funny for you. It wouldn't have been funny for me. I would have still probably had a chuckle, but it would be more out of, like, nervousness than any sort of actual mirth-making. All right, let's go. Good. Combo working as intended. All right, all right. I still have some curse chests to get to, which is definitely... Oh, man, another poison. A lot of poison cloud stuff. Yeah, I should at least have, like, one more curse chest to get here. And then, man, I don't know. I think pretty much anywhere I'm going to go is going to be equally terrible, so... Probably hit up the Sepulcher, gets you more stats, gets you a lot more chances at good items. Well, I mean, the usual thinking process behind going to the Sepulcher is it gets you more stats. I don't actually know if it gives you too much advantages over that, because shops have been reduced in usefulness a lot after the money's gone down. And all that sort of thing. You know, ever since the economy took a turn, the clock tower's turned into a ghost town, filled with only the zombies, revenants, because of the malaise. And also the specter of economic harshness or something. I don't know. You'll see where I'm going with that. All right. I'm caught in the water. It's clear choice for good. Well, I can't take this right now. That would be absurd. However, what I can do is get him in the water. And there we are. Well, I mean, there we would have been if didn't have the bombardier here. All right, there we go. Oh, I'm going to get an electric whip to the face real soon, and I'm not going to be happy about that. But, you know, hey, I'll take one... Oh, I hate you so much. You never know which side he's going to be appearing on. Good enough. Wow, that bombardier is just the most obnoxious thing right now, isn't he? And, well, the comboed with the protector, obviously. Oh, come on! Okay, there, finally. And one more. Anyway, food shop. Obviously, disengagement working for me in the exact way that I wanted it to. And curse chest coming up here. Come on, give me something good. Interesting. I don't know if that's considered good, though. Nah, not really. A lot of extra money, though. And, of course, the stat ain't gonna hurt at all. Alright, alright. Disengagement, by the time that I would need it again, I'm either going to be dead, or it'll be up. So, taking all bets right now as to which one it's going to be. I'm gonna say dead. Regardless, still would very, very much enjoy getting the... Would very, very much enjoy getting the food shop already. Like, come on. Alright. Probably be able to get rid of most of the curse right now, if I were to venture a guess. Easiest way to do that in the the Slumbering Sanctuary is just to find a big group of bats to take out the curse easily. Lickety-split, as one might say. One such as myself. And that would be the easiest way to do it. Going a little bit effectively here, but could be better. Okay. Just wanted... I just foresee myself dying to an Inquisitor, and I would really prefer that not happen. There we go. That'll do it. No, I could have actually just jumped up once more. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Should find my salvation. The food shop up here. Is that an elite? Ugh. It's a good thing I already had that area cleared out. Whew. Elite Golem is definitely not something I want to deal with right now. Alright, come on, come on. Salvation. My name is Foodstuffs. Alright, everybody just get out of here. Ridiculous. And here we go. Oh, no. I'm seeing very poor things about to occur. Alright. Sepulcher right down here, Nope. This is definitely going to be quite annoying. I guess the strategy here is going to be wait until teleport around until my stats get back up, then get grabbed by the golem, by the ghoulies. And I got me. I knew I was gonna get there. Oh well, not too bad. I don't really think I need to necessarily do more runs of that. I mean, it was pretty good. It just overall, I'd say that run just proved that the Ice Shard is still as overpowered as ever.